Hello, everyone, and welcome to a specific stream to talk about the new Avengers Doomsday teaser. Straight out of the bat, spoilers ahead. You've been warned about we're gonna be discussing what's in here, so I'll put this one last time, but there's a lot to discuss. I'm your host, Ronan Unchained, and this teaser is almost like a generational moment, y'all. It's almost a generational moment. Soon I'll be having a friend of mine to talk about it, but I had heard about this specific thing for about over a month now. Someone kept saying we're gonna have potential 4 teasers for Doomsday. As soon as Avatar hits theaters, every week we'll have a new teaser, and eventually we're gonna have one teaser that's fully X-Men oriented and like centered. I was like, okay. And then maybe last week we get a leak of this teaser, and I was like, God damn it, we gotta wait now for this thing to. For me, at least, I was like, I don't want to watch this on a bootleg. I need to see it in 4K. Which kudos to Marvel, they've been dropping 4K versions of the trailers. But yeah, I can't wait to get into it. But my other fellow mutant friend that I have here with us is Jarrell Alexandra. Jarrell, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Doing good.
So I already warned everybody ahead that, like, yo, if you want to go into this movie cold, don't watch this. Like, we're gonna be discussing the hell out of this teaser, and it's only what? It's only a minute and 8 seconds long, but goddamn, you feel like generations, like electricity, just vibing through this shit.
Mhm.
It's pretty monumental, in my opinion. Before, and everybody could, we both respectively dropped reactions on our respective channels that you can go watch. But you called me as soon as I think we were both either done editing or right as we were like at the precipice of like wrapping our draft, and I was getting stereo, and you call me up and you're like, bro, and you're like, you seen this shit? And I'm like, yeah, dude. And we talked about the potential. I was like, wait a minute, we gotta do a live stream. And he's like, okay. And so I took a little nap because I didn't sleep last night. I literally was just like, I can't fucking sleep this shit. I can't fucking sleep. Um, but yeah, I'll start with you, and then I'll give you my thoughts on what I've been thinking because I've been rewatching it a little bit, and I've been watching other people's reactions and thoughts. So I'm intrigued to
And,
see
and you
where our
said that
theories
you
go.
you said that you didn't watch
I
the leak, right?
no, I did not see the leak. All I saw, and I'd seen people blasting the image of Optic Blast Cyclops, and I was like, I don't want to see that yet. That's gotta be in 4K. Um, so I knew that going into it. And again, there was stuff that was out that I thought was just AI, and I was just like, that's not real. That's not real. Um, but I was interested to see the context of the teaser and what it would mean for us. But before I get a heads up, we got Harrison James here going most hype trailer thus far. Happy New Year. Hope the New Year's has been treating you guys well. Thank you, Harrison James. Happy New Year's. Because you asked, and I was going to mention it either way. It's been a little rocky start these first few days because although I'm not Venezuelan, I am Latino, so that shit in Venezuela is pissing me off a little bit. So I needed this to put it frank. I needed this to boost up morale a little bit. So my heart and my thoughts go out to anybody in Venezuela who is not a fan of the shit that went down, and I'll leave it at that. Terrell, you had seen the leak or no?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so you had seen the leak. Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen it. I mean, the quality was terrible, so I couldn't make out I couldn't make out everything,
Right.
but yeah, I had caught it before for sure.
So now that you
Um,
see in 4K, how do you
yeah.
feel about it?
How do I feel about it? I think it's the first thing that's given me any semblance of hope about the film. I mean I love the Avengers films. I think the lowest I think I've ever rated a Avengers film is like an 8 out of 10, and 10 being the highest. So I love the Avengers films, but this is the first one where I've been like, almost everything about it seems like it's a bad film. Not gonna lie to you. And I didn't like the first two trailers, but I thought that this teaser trailer um, was pretty solid. I thought it was pretty good. It's like the first thing that's given me some kind of hope or or genuine sense of positivity, which is hilarious because it's literally them just like dangling uh, these what should be expired versions of these characters in front of me for like the 10th time or something. Or they've been playing this game of like saying goodbye to these particular versions since like, I don't know, 2015 or something,
Yeah.
2017. So I don't know. It's a good teaser trailer. It makes me slightly hopeful. I am not sold by the film. Marvel has done me badly post Endgame, but yeah.
Cool. All right, to each their own. Yeah, I am.
Like, were you like just blown? Well, it's hard because like I genuinely think it's a good
Yeah,
trailer. So it's hard to sort of scoff at like people have like really hyperbolic reactions to
because
the footage.
we don't live in a vacuum because we know that for a while now they were building up Kang, and then that had to alter because of stuff that occurred, and then you throw in the momentum that they've been at and how like you, there's been a lot of people and including me that I haven't dug and I don't necessarily love for 10 out of 10 everything, but just dug a lot of the stuff they've done. There's a couple picky stuff that I'm like, oh, I really love this stuff. I'm like, okay, but um and to be quite frank, I've always thought and I still think that there should have been an Avengers movie before this one to at the very least settle in the new characters instead of immediately throwing them to like a multiversal generational thing where okay they're there but like let's go visit the X-Men that started all this for a lot of us, and that's where I'm still um concerned, intrigued, very I'm gonna say nervous, but let's just say that like I am wondering how they're gonna pull this one off because I see them pull off Infinity War and Endgame, and I'm like, oh, that's impressive. But we were trained well. We did cardio, we did muscle workout, and then we got into those movies, and I'm like, okay, this felt like the perfect domino effect of boom, boom, boom,
But
and
they
bookend.
also really tried though. That was
Yeah,
like that was the first and last time, no offense, Marvel Studios, but this was the first and last time that I ever seen them truly try hard. It felt as if like every man was on deck. It felt as if like they did the best that they really could have done, given the cutesy gloves parameters of Disney. So, but this time, man, I want to say up front, everything I'm about to say, I promise you, like it's not like rage bait or something. I don't want them to be unsuccessful.
we've talked about this.
It,
Yeah, but yeah,
but at the same time, it's just like
perspective.
they've made some significant critical stumbles post Endgame in general. And I think, and then whether it be like controversy regarding their VFX artists, really, or declining at the box office when they should not be declining. Um, like the Fantastic Four, like what happened there? That should have been like an easy 2 billion, 1.5 billion. The fact that it's not is pretty significant. But I forgot where I was going with that. But
Well, I'll
I
put it to you this way: like going into this
I say
movie,
it with love. I say all this with love. Tough
yeah,
love.
you're not just throwing rocks for the sake of it. No, like you're like you care and like you've been through this, and I feel that because to me, the only reason why there's any positive momentum going into the movie for me is that, thank God for me, I ended up loving Thunderbolts and what that movie did. I liked Fantastic Four, even though it's not the best Marvel has done, but at the very least, they did justice, in my opinion, to those characters. And I'm like, all right, I'm thankful they're part of the MCU, hoping that they get more good material and just build upon that film, because between the score, the production design, and that cast, it is something not to take lightly. And those two elements have helped the momentum going into the movie, because we know that those characters are going to be in this one. And then we go into this teaser, and it's like, okay, besides what people might, could only see it as cynical thing, as like, okay, this is just a cash grab, or this is just um eye candy for the sake of getting seats in the theater. I was like, okay, why would you bring them back beyond copyrights are set and cool? That's it. I'm like, I'm hoping there's more to it. And to be quite frank, and I'm gonna pull up right now so we can watch it again. Um, I hope that they're not, they don't get to the multiverse of madness treatment where like they're in it for 5 minutes and then I'm like, no, 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 no. That's just insult to injury. Like, if you're gonna bring them back, make them have weight to it. And hell, you have a good opportunity that for the first time with these incredible performers, actors, you do them as close as you can to the original books and do what animation has been doing gold for the longest time, specifically what the X-Men 97 achieved, in my opinion. But we got Harrison James saying Magneto got to be one of the only ones who can give Doom some trouble, and based off his line of this teaser, I'm pretty hyped. Nice. Anwalk Beatbox says Cyclops yellow draws are missing. Yeah, like they don't have that, but like, listen, we got the blue suit and there's some yellow in it, and that I am content and I'm happy with that. And we'll go into more right now, but I'm gonna pull up before we pull up the teaser. How many times have you seen it since it dropped? Have you only seen it one time, or?
Probably like once
Okay.
or twice. I think once. Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull it right now, and I am very. Let's see. I'm very interested to see if I find new stuff, because again, I was watching again. I was like, what else is there? What else is there?
By the way, I do wish. I do wish that it was brighter footage. Like, my God, I was like sifting through trying to find like a standout images, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, can someone turn on the light in some of this? Goodness Lord, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's check it out and just enjoy just hearing Ian McKellen's monologue as Eric Lencher, and just, oh man, I got a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of theories.
Death comes for us all.
Oh,
That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
dude, look at that, dude. That's real, dude. That's not AI. That's fucking real. Oh, bro. Okay,
But I'm still not sold yet. Still not sold yet. They're gonna have to bring it way harder than that. Okay, this isn't gonna be easy. Marvel, are you crazy? They need to go just completely balls out. Okay, because like people are like, oh my God, the CGI, it looks so good. How's it look so good already? It's like, first off, let's calm down and let's let's remember to stay realistic. Okay, they polished the VFX for the trailers. Okay, probably the great bulk of their CG CG work right now is just one big fucking hot mess, and everything's rough, and everybody probably wants to die, and it's a hell of a time.
As long as they give the VFX artist time and don't crunch, because we've heard stories so much, and my heart goes out to everybody who made that optic blast possible. Like, thank you for that. Like that is a generational wish, even for people who aren't big Cyclops fans like I am. And we talked about this. I'm more of a Wolverine guy, but like,
Sure.
seeing that, I'm like, oh, my heart goes out to everybody. And dude, listen, I started watching a little bit last night because again I couldn't fall asleep. Started watching a little bit of the first X-Men movie, a little bit of the X-Men movie, and I'm telling you, dude, we get to this shot. Logan leaves with a motorbike and pans to this sign, and I'm like, God damn it! Something about seeing this sign and hearing, I think a very short version of the X-Men theme through Alan Silvestri's music, and then we hear the Avengers theme with those two guys playing chess. It's fucking with my head, dude. But I got some good stills off the trailer to go out, and to see the mansion go through some wreckage of just like, what the hell happened? Where is everybody else? Because again, for the uninitiated, and unless we bring it up, there's more people from the X movies that have been announced to be part of the movie, and we've only seen 3 of them here. We've only seen 3 of them. There's more. Trust me, there's more.
Oh yeah. I mean it. See, this is where I start to get concerned, because it's like, I mean, like, yes, everyone's gonna be there. Yeah, like I'm sure they're gonna like squeeze like 287 people into one frame for some dumb reason. You know what I mean? Like yeah, they're all gonna be there. But what's the story? Like I want a great story. Like at a certain point, I mean, I don't know. I guess, I mean, it's easy for me to get so excited about the X-Men, because these particular characters, I've been with them since I was like a child, really. But I was supposed to say a teenager, but goddamn, this was a long time ago. Because the first X-Men was 2000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? So yeah, as a lowly child, those characters have been with me. But once we start piling on with like the Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts and whoever else I'm blanking on, I'm sure Eternals will be there for some dumb reason.
I love Eternals.
I don't know. At a certain point, it's just like, all right, what's the story? Do we have a great story? Because that's going to be the only, in my personal opinion, that's going to be the only way this thing gets to like 1.5 billion, 2 billion, blah blah blah. It's the only way. If they falter at all, it's over.
So here's the thing. Here's the big deal I've been hearing since this dropped, and people have had seen in the movie theaters. What would get Scott Summers, Cyclops himself, El Capitan, to do this? To pull off his Rubik's cortex. I keep calling it Rubik's cube. But what would get him to pull off his visors and full on optic blast this way with Sentinels in the background? And the big theory everybody's been talking about is like, okay, you get, again, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the first 2 teasers, but they're out, so proceed with caution, because I'm going to spoil the hell out of those and what they've been teasing at. Okay.
Yeah, watch out, Sam.
The first teaser has Captain America, Steve Rogers return, and he's holding a baby, so he has a kid. The next teaser has Thor doing his prayer and be like, I need, Father, heed my words. And it's about him wanting to come back to his kid, to give the kid a life that he never got, without war and without teaching of battle and fight. What if in this one they go after Scott's kid and the significance of Scott's kid? Because for those who know, his son is Cable eventually down the line, Nathan Summers. And he also has another kid. I forget her name, but he usually either gets just Nathan Summers, aka Cable, or he has twins. So what if Doom is collecting all these big, like, monumental, like, teams, like the kids of all these characters, using them to do his, shiggity shit, and that's why it brings everybody back all, and which is why eventually we're gonna have, because again, for those who don't know, this is the first film out of two they're gonna tell their story about Doom. Eventually, they have to get to Secret Wars, and Secret Wars is batshit crazy. It's literally batshit crazy. If you thought Endgame Infinity War was a lot, put on your pants, because Secret Wars is a whole nother fucking thing. So I'm intrigued by the notion of like Scott Summers losing, like someone taking his kid, and like what the hell does that mean? And I don't know. Yeah, again, as much as I love these characters, and I'm so happy seeing them in their close to accurate suits from the books and the cartoons, the animated series, it is going to be something else for me not to just look at it this way, and be cynical of just like, well, what is it, just eye candy, or is there actual weight to it? Because for a long time we've said that this is the only way you can top Infinity War and Endgame, is if you bring in the X-Men, the FF, and hell, I would even throw in the Netflix Marvel shows like Daredevil. You bring in those characters, that ups the ante from what we got. But a reason. We need a good reason besides,
we need a good story.
Yeah.
A good old-fashioned story. Like, if you could tell this fucking story around a campfire, that's what we fucking need, basically. That's it, Marvel.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing crazy. Okay, and I don't care how many goddamn characters you squeeze in that bitch. Okay, I need a good story, and arguably just as important, RDJ's Doctor Doom has to be like a showstopper.
Yeah,
it cannot be just okay. Don't you dare come out the theater talking about, oh well, I thought it was okay. What do you think, Jarrell? Because I'm gonna curse you out. Okay, it has to be like iconic. Okay, it needs to be like an immediate meme generator. Okay, people need to start imitating RDJ as Doom for five consecutive straight weeks after watching the trailer. Okay, I'm serious. It sounds fucked up, but I'm not joking. Like, that's what needs to happen, or it's gonna be the fall of Rome.
I don't fall of Rome. I don't want him to go full Tropic Thunder, but he's got to go towards that way of like, I better not see an ounce of Tony Stark in him. I better be able to see a dude playing a dude that act like another dude. Like that, it's got to be that way in order for me to buy it. Because I'm intrigued. I was like, huh? Oh god,
it's a terrible idea. I will die on that hill. It's a terrible idea. Dangerous idea. You don't know, Marvel. You don't know who you fucking with, okay? Because should you be wrong, he laughing? But should you be wrong, Marvel?
We're gonna be depressed during Christmas of next year if they drop the ball.
Up. Do you? Okay, just hypothetically speaking, right now, let's say like they completely just dropped the ball as Doom, and like the film is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like I or something, or even worse, God forbid. Like, we're talking about a disaster, upset of the century, honestly. Because then now we gotta have these weird, awkward conversations about like Secret Wars, box office success and stuff.
Gonna turn into therapy or like,
bro, I'm telling you right now, if this is not like a showstopper, if this is not like a stunner, I'm talking like an atomic bomb. Like, if this basically just does, like, this basically needs to either match or succeed what Infinity War and Endgame did, straight up. Like, it's that big of a deal. This is honestly the most important Marvel film ever created, unfortunately for them, because the build-up, they fucked it up. So,
and here's the thing. I'll say this. I for the most part, I agree with a lot of your sentiments, but I'll say this: the Russo brothers, they've got 4 championship rings out of the 4 times they've gone to the finals. In my opinion, I'm gonna give them the benefit of doubt. I'm like, and again, I'm not 100% enthusiastic under the circumstances that we're at coming this way. He turned off his camera, but they haven't let me down yet. I cannot deny them that. They haven't let me down yet. I think McFeely is the only one who's writing the script for this one. He hasn't let me down yet. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And before we go further, I want to let some of the comment sections let us know how they're feeling about it. Harrison James does say, "I do wonder if these were the same X-Men from the Fox universe, and if their prior meddling with time travel might also be contributing to the incursion." That could be the case. It's either the exact same characters we saw in those films, or they're similar characters that have just gone through different shit and are just, again, more accurate to the comics than those movies were. These are Rachel or Cable getting taken. Okay, you're referring to Scott's kids. Okay, that's her name, Rachel. Or Jean dying, maybe. Listen, I don't know. I don't need to see Jean Grey die again.
I will say he brings up an interesting point. We probably will see a lot of deaths, particularly X-Men deaths.
Yeah, I'm in the somewhat same camp of like, yo, Patrick, Charles Xavier's died like twice now in my lifetime, or not 3 times. Like, I'm like, yo, like, cut it out.
Well, I mean, this time it would be
definitive,
permanent.
Yeah,
supposedly.
Yeah, or at least this version of it.
Well, which I would slightly maybe actually believe, if only because some of these, no offense, some of these people only got so much time left on the earth. And I think they're gonna do a complete like system restore after Secret Wars. I think they're gonna reboot.
It only makes logical sense of passing of the torch. Yeah,
but like a hard one. I'm talking about like a hard, like maybe like something minor, like you keep like Wolverine, Hugh Jackman for some dumb reason. But for the most part, like a hard reboot.
Jedi Mike, our paisano, says to me, Mikey's at work right now, so I'll give him a shout out. Like, hey man, hope you're doing okay at work, and I wish you could be here with us.
Come on, Mike, hop on, Mike. Shit, help me out, damn it.
Ever since
they're about to fuck up, they're gonna fuck up. Watch, I'm telling you, fuck up. Watch.
He posted his he hasn't reacted to it or done a review, but he posted the teaser via Instagram. And he's been saying that we've been waiting for this moment, and it's just the Optic Blast moment since we were kids. It's like we were a generational moment, like never thinking this could happen in this context with these visuals. So that's kind of cool.
True.
Harrison James does say, for the MCU specifically, I think it's narratively interesting to have the face of the MCU now be the obstacle they have to overcome. But I do feel you. Very risky got to smash it out of the park. Yeah, it's very Shakespearean, and it's like, okay, you want to go full Shakespearean? You better go all the way. Like, don't, like, because again, it's the guy who brought us here looks similar to this guy who's gonna try to destroy us all the way. And it's like, okay, dramatically that helps for some of these characters, but like, it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, you really gotta again, this sounds fucked up to say, but hey, I didn't do it, Marvel. You did it to yourself. Okay, so now they're in this fucked up position where they basically need to somehow find a way of making RDJ, I don't know, top 3 best villains in MCU, maybe even top 2.
It's Doom. It's Doom. Like, even in the comics, Doom doesn't get more badder than that. Like,
and I think the, I don't know. It's almost as if like they just suddenly misunderstood Tony Stark or something. Like I think they've lost sight of what RDJ's Tony Stark really was. I don't know. And not to rain on anyone's parade, but I just feel like them making Doom RDJ is just a critical fumble, in my opinion.
Dude, I was in the room when it happened, when he came out. And I'll tell you this, I had heard these rumors, and I was like 100% half believing it, because again, the person who told it, sometimes he gets these scoops right. And then I was like, is this really going to happen? And they were saying, we got to get the greatest actor in the world. And I think I told you this already. I thought they pulled a blockbuster trade, NBA trade, where like, yo, we got Daniel Day-Lewis in the MCU. What the fuck? Like, oh, eat it, everybody. Like, and he came out, and I was like, oh shit! A, it's fucking RDJ. B, it's a version of this character, and it's like, okay, this is a challenge. You want to play complicated characters? Go for it. But someone who I know is a huge X-Men fan, like I am, like we are, who's been waiting for this. We've both been like, we wanted to stay off watching the leaks to get this in 4K. That's Joypad Jake. How you doing, Jake?
What's up? What's up, guys? I thought you were about to use that complicated character segue to bring me in.
No. So you've seen the teaser already, right?
Yeah, my reaction to it's rendering right now.
There you go. Immediate thoughts. Give us a preview of your video. Like, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, what'd you think?
Well, I kind of had a feeling going into it that it was going to be my favorite of the three, even before I watched it. I knew brief bits, like the briefest of bits, but I avoided this like the plague, just because I didn't want to have any of those moments ruined for me. I didn't want it to be like a No Way Home type situation all over again, where everybody gets spoiled by bad, out of context images. Yeah. I loved the feel of it because it felt like, we were seeing them again, but in a new light, and something we never saw in those older movies. And I think this is just kind of the chance for a lot of them to show what they're capable of before it's eventually reset, because a lot of them just didn't get that chance before. That's kind of like my brief thoughts there in a bubble, like without getting into too much shots specifically. But yeah, I loved what they showed.
Okay. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, it was these shots. It was this shot. That was just like, yo, what the fuck?
Right there. Those giant ass Sentinel feet in the background.
Yeah, dude. Like, I am really like, don't you dare do that shit again from Days of Future Past, Days of Future Past, which I love that movie, but I'm like, no.
Yeah. And I said that too. I was like, I don't like that Sentinel design, whether you're talking the past ones or the future ones that look like the things from Alien. Like, give me the actual Sentinels.
Yeah, like as ridiculous it might seem for some folks, no, you go full Kirby design and like put those like dumb, big, iconic robots there.
Right. Like if you're going this far to where you're finally showing that you're not ashamed of comic source material by giving James Marsden that costume, go all out on that aspect.
And I'll give him props to the production design. I don't know how they pulled it off, but it literally looks like the exact same fucking set or location from the 2000s.
Yeah, and that's what I was wondering. I was like, is this the same one, or is it another one but modeled to look similar? Because we're getting like a POV walkthrough of it here for a minute. And I'm wondering, like, is this just something for the trailer, or is this actually someone's perspective as they're walking through the mansion?
Yeah. Yeah, and like again, I'm seeing all these bullet holes around the books. I'm like, what the hell was here? What happened?
Yeah.
I did get a little.
Can I just say if they succeed with this film, like it's just like this huge success, like everybody's like loving the film, like the story, like it's critically loved, general audiences love it, it's hitting like fucking 2 billion or something. If that happens, like I will literally just go into theater auditorium with like a bottle of champagne and just pop that something.
Like an NBA championship win, like just like
that would be the greatest turnaround. That'd be the greatest turnaround shit in cinema, maybe. Period. Because goddamn, it's not, the odds are not looking great. I mean, again, you can dangle like 200 characters in front of me, but there's no story.
Yeah.
And with as expensive as this movie is, like making $1 billion used to put you in like a special category. With this, it's gonna have to make $1 billion plus just to earn its money back. With how expensive the movie is,
right? Yeah. I've been telling people it could technically hit $1 billion and still be a flop, which is insane to think of.
Weird to think about.
Yeah. I've been saying it needs probably about like 1.5 billion or 2 billion, period.
Yeah.
To be safe.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to have to match what Infinity War and Endgame did, or close to it, to be like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Or like No Way Home numbers, which they did that in a pandemic. So.
Yeah.
And I know this might sound, so I don't give a fuck how it sounds. I think it is insane that they are marketing so aggressively right now. This just a gentle reminder, this film is not out until December, fam. Next winter, fam.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it just reeks of being desperate. I'm not gonna lie to you. They could literally waited 3 months prior, same result. 4 months prior, same
Because we still
result.
haven't seen anything for Spider-Man yet, and it comes out 4 months sooner.
Yeah,
I just-
again, I think this is more like a philosophical, a mental thing where they want to get people. Like again, for those who don't know, this is still sharing the same date as Dune Part 3.
Yeah.
And from the sound of it, nobody's blinking. Denis Villeneuve is not blinking. The Russo brothers are not blinking, which I'm like, I give props to that. Barbenheimer happened.
Yeah, Doomsday.
Yeah, and I think I forgot who said it. It might have been the hot mic that like they were like this. They're marketing it too early, but it's this to let people know in the zeitgeist. Oh, come December, it's Avengers month before Dune. Which again, when Dune put out their teaser, I'm hoping it's a badass teaser as they've been putting out teasers for the first 2 movies. But like that was also gonna be like, oh fuck, people gonna be like, oh, we gotta make plans of like, are we gonna do a double feature that day, that weekend, or how the hell are we gonna manage watching these movies that are most likely gonna be 3 hours plus each?
Man,
I don't know.
Marvel needs to be careful because I'm not gonna lie to you. There could be some extraordinary upset where like people start saying Dune more than Doomsday, say like 3 or 4 weeks in, say, right? You know, like who knows, right? We're in uncharted territory. No one accounted for the MCU like weirdly, I don't want to say declining, but stumbling post Endgame. You know, so
Yeah.
man,
I mean, in fairness, they got dealt some of the worst hands possible. So
true. But that's so insane to me that this film, they're marketing this film as if like this son of a bitch is coming out, you know, T-minus 3 months from now. It's like,
Yeah.
no, like that's another problem there because they like almost oversaturate. Like, I don't know if you enjoyed Free Guy, but for me personally, the marketing was so aggressive and so long for Free Guy that by the time that movie came out, I was just like, no, stay back. Okay,
I
get
saw
away
the movie.
from it.
I didn't pay attention to any marketing beforehand, so it didn't really have that effect on me.
Interesting.
But I'm just thinking about how they marketed like Endgame back in the day. So like it was like 8 months after Infinity War, we got Avengers 4 teaser. The title of the movie wasn't even in the video. It was at the end of the trailer where the title showed up, and then the marketing team, and I've read this because I've spent months looking into it, but the marketing team was only given 8 minutes of footage to work with and for trailers, and that was a 3-hour movie. So they retooled a lot of scenes, like they cut away and then meshed certain scenes together. So with this, could it be seen as aggressive? Sure, because they've shown a good bit. Think about what they haven't shown.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm like, oh, okay,
True.
this is the entree. I hope this is the entree and not the full course meal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would even take it further, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the footage we've seen has been fake,
just for the
if you
trailer.
will. Like intentionally.
That would be genius.
To mislead people. Like
Yeah.
obviously Cap is back. Obviously Thor's
Yeah.
gonna be serious. But I do wonder if like whole shots when we go see the movie, we're like, wait, what?
Right.
Because they've gotten very good at this game that we've been playing.
Yeah.
So trying to subvert our expectations.
I mean, the trailers could be fake, but I also wouldn't be surprised if a number of those cast leaks were quote unquote fake, where one cast member was like, oh, I did scene with this person, or I did scene with this character, but said actor wasn't there. That could all just be a bunch of bull that they just said, hey, twist the audience's minds to make them think they know what's up, and then we'll blow them away.
Yeah, again, we've talked about it, Jake, but like, I'm not too happy with the rollout. Concept wise, I'm intrigued and I'm with it. rollout of like leaks first and then official hasn't helped for me because I know, although I love this teaser, I would have like probably shit my pants in 4K if I had not known a single damn thing going into it. And
Yeah.
I think that, like, again, it's not the first time they've done this. Like, the prime example in Infinity War is the last shot of that teaser is, all them rolling out in Wakanda. And it's like that shot does not exist at all in the
Nope,
movie.
because Hulk is in that shot and he's nowhere to
Yeah.
be found.
Which I give props to them. I give absolute props to, like, like, throw the ball this way, make us look this way without you going that way. I'm like, all right, good.
Yeah.
And I think they're also, because again, we have one more teaser, which, and Jarrell told me about this, and someone had already told me, like, yo, I think it's out. Someone had already leaked the next week's teaser already, and I'm just like, you god damn it. Which I'm not gonna see until officially out, because it's weird. And I told this to you guys, the first teaser with Steve, that one was more about like to make sure this was an AI. And then when I was like, oh, this stuff is happening, I'm like, okay, no, I don't want to see anything else because I don't want to just do an audio reaction. Fuck that.
Right.
So I'm very interested to see what next week's one holds and how much of it will be the minute long. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a full 2-minute thing, and then
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I think we might not see anything until maybe the Super Bowl. If not, they're gonna hold something for CinemaCon for a lot of the journalism going there to show any other footage, because I think after Doomsday, after the Super Bowl, start marketing the hell out of Spider-Man. Like, get us through Spider-Man first, and then you bring us back with Doomsday. Mikey says that next week is Toby Spidey, and then Hugh Jackman Wolverine, and then Sam Wilson Avengers. Mike, I'm here with you, bro. But like, this is
I've seen it.
You've seen it, okay? This is Texas Hold'em. Like I don't want them showing them their cards that quick already. Like, you gotta save me something for the movie.
Do what No Way Home did. Worst kept secret, but you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knew, but you didn't know.
Two Power Returns. God. He wanted money. He wanted the money. He wanted Disney money.
Bro, I'm telling you that I bet you that shot I was saying about it's gonna happen. Watch, like they're gonna find a way of like just shoving like literally anyone substantial into like a frame of like 300 people or something, like a one frame. I promise you, somehow for some dumb reason they're gonna think of something like that.
I wouldn't even, if they really want to make us freak out, and who knows if they probably would ever do that in the movies. If I was them, I was like, ooh, this might be evil, but like it's a good shot and it's a good way to throw them off. They would at one point, one of these teasers or trailers, they do the Avengers 360 shot again, but instead of Avengers, it's
my god, yeah,
it's a cultivation of like Avengers, Thunderbolts, FF, and you see like Cyclops just like, and it's like, oh shit,
this is goddamn Ultimate Alliance at this point.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they do the Avengers spin and it takes like fucking 10 minutes because it's like fucking hundreds of people?
Yeah, I know, right? Dude,
Mikey, I'm with you, man. Again,
right there with you.
If you want to top,
really, my goodness, really?
If they really want to top us seeing Guardians meet Avengers, you put fucking Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire in the same frame, and then that's generational.
Oh, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
We've been asking for that shit for 25 years.
Yeah.
Personally, what I wanted to see is like a proper, sustained, like visceral fight between the Hulk and Wolverine.
Yes.
Sadly, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna get this, but god damn it, I've always wanted to see that.
Hell, have him fight just for the hell of it. Have him fight Eric Bana's Hulk.
Yeah, even hell, I'll take Eric Bana's Hulk. Just be like, yo, just give him 5 minutes. Give him 5 minutes. They're like, make it a scuffle of like, yo, we're on the same side, and just have the Hulk and Wolverine be like, no, fuck this. We're fighting. I was like, oh shit, and they're like, and even Scott being like, all right, let him have it, and then like a few minutes, be like, all right, it's enough. It's enough.
Now, Ronan, here's the thing. I doubt they're gonna do this. What if they throw in a Wendigo?
dude, then man, but here's the thing that, like, again, you know, we're some of us are, I think rightfully so, a little apprehensive going into it. And I told Jarrell that, like, I'm giving the Russos the benefit of the doubt because they haven't let me down yet. And they always said from the get-go, once they knew they were heading out of MCU through Infinity War Endgame, he's like, what was our favorite book growing up reading? Secret Wars. Would we do it?
Yeah.
Hell yes. Would that be the only thing to bring us back? Yes. And the fact that they're going to do Secret Wars is like, okay, we told you that was what we wanted to do. Like, the only thing we would come back for is Secret Wars. And again, I've been telling people, for the uninitiated, Secret Wars is batshit crazy. Like, it is
Wild.
Yeah, you thought Infinity War Endgame was a clusterfuck, or like ice cream. Like, you're not gonna wait till Secret Wars, because that's when she gets crazy. Give me Toby and Hugh together, please, and thank you. Yes, Harrison. The movie should end with Robert recreate his I Am Iron Man scene from Phase 1 as Doom. That would be fucking wild. Chef's kiss. Again, we're talking about just this teaser on its own, and like on its own, it's beautiful. In my opinion, it's beautiful.
No, it's good. It's good.
And I can't imagine for some of the actors, especially the younger actors, what it must have been like to be like, yo, I saw you guys as kids, and now we're in this fucking school. We're seeing this fucking wheelchair roll out. We're seeing them fucking play chess again. Again, there was something about seeing these shots and hearing that Avengers theme with these guys, and then it's just like, yo, what the fuck? For years, we kept saying the copyrights. It's never gonna happen. The copyrights. And I don't know. I can't imagine how giddy. I know I'm giddy as an X-Men fan, but how much specifically the Cyclops hardcore fans, I must have been giddy to see him in the suit. I know Darren. I know our mutual friend of ours, Darren, in our infamous stream where we watched the fucking chair stream for 5 hours. That was the big thing. Once we were like, yo, we might be getting X-Men actors in this stream.
Yep.
It's him saying, I need James Marsden in that suit. I need him in that suit. Like, no more excuses. No more excuses. Like, you put him in that suit, you give him material to work with, and you give him justice. And a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of reactions. People kept saying that this was also surreal to see the X-Men will return. And
the X-Men and the Avengers in the same sentence.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Did anybody have a particular favorite moment in the teaser? Again, it's only a minute long, but I'll say that, like, if this is all we got, in some essence, I'm okay with it.
I'd be fine. Yeah,
I'd be fine. There are some shots I'm like, yo, I only needed to see this, and I'm good.
I mean, apart from the what is, in my opinion, the money shot where you have Marsden just going nuts.
Optic blast.
Yeah. Two moments that really stood out, and I even pointed this out, where you see Magneto, moving the chess piece, kind of reminded me, and I know this isn't the greatest movie, but it kind of reminded me of the end of X3 whenever he gets his power back, and, like, just moves the piece a little bit. But also where you see him and Xavier, like holding each other's hands, it reminds me of the end of Days of Future Past when Magneto goes, all those years wasted fighting each other. It's like, are these versions of these characters, because we have no idea where they're from, are they having a similar moment of reflection here? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. To me, and I was hoping they would do it, because I told Jarrell, Jake, that like last night I saw a little bit of X-Men 1, and this shot brought me back nostalgic. And the fact that they put this shot of like, yo, there's the sign of like, and again, you see these shots and like you keep seeing lights dimming into the school, and I was like, yo, what the hell is that light? You see you hear thunder, and it's like, yo, is that Storm? Is that Storm doing the thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, that this was the shot for me. Besides Cyclops doing his thing, this shot, seeing that sign of the school, that did a lot for me. I was like, holy shit, like that's my childhood right there. What about you, Jero?
Favorite shots. Honestly, probably just the Cyclops shot is pretty. Can't really beat that with the Sentinel walking in the background.
Yeah.
Can't really beat that.
I'm so glad I didn't know that. That's the one thing I was so glad I didn't know going to, because I had friends who had seen it. They're like, and they knew I was hyped. And I was like, guys, we're 5 days away. And I'm like, they're like, okay,
Yeah.
shit happens. And they kept telling me, look in the background. I'm like, what? And I look at the background. You notice something. Like, fuck.
Yeah, like I noticed that in the trailer. The only one of these shots that I knew about, I hadn't like fully seen, but I knew existed, was the not the one where he's like on his knees, but after he's yanked the visor off, and you just see him blasting. The one that's like right before that. Yeah, the one where like you still see his like top part of his body in the costume. That's the only one that I knew about, but I hadn't fully seen, and the rest were completely new to me. And oh my god, the dialogue for Magneto! Wow.
Yeah, dude. I've read down somewhere that like death comes for us all. It's all I know for sure. And it's, the question isn't are you prepared to die? The question is who you be when you close your eyes. It's like,
who will you be when you close your eyes? Only Ian McKellen can do that, and he's got the long white hair that you saw in X-Men '97. It's come on.
I'll admit, rewatching again, some people were saying I didn't know Gandalf was in this movie because his voice was like, "Oh, you shall not pass the X-Men mansion." It's like, all right, I get that, but like,
children,
fucking Ian McKellen. I'll say this as well, that like, again, spoilers. If you don't want to know who else of the X-Men might be in this movie, spoilers right now. You've been warned. Proceed with caution. Where's fucking Nightcrawler?
Where's Beast?
Where's Gambit? Where's Mystique?
They'll be there.
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
we'll squeeze them in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like I am.
Like these two aren't confirmed, but I would really want to see Anna Paquin and Famke Janssen back at least one more time.
Yeah, I know Anna Paquin has been going through some health issues and whatnot, but like,
right, yeah, because she wasn't in Deadpool and Wolverine for that reason.
Yeah, if she's okay, she's doing better, and she's up for it, I would want her to go full Southern and give me that Southern twang as Rogue, and like give her a wig, give her a coat, and like let her do her thing. I would love that. Harrison James says that goated that chair stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Darren for doing that stream. Kevin Davis says that. What was it?
Oh, I was going to say, you want to go even further with the Anna Paquin thing. Here's like a dark theory. If she's in this movie, what if she takes Carol Danvers' powers?
That would be a mind clusterfuck thing to deal with the lore, but yeah, I that would be fucking wild. And it's like, yo, where does that leave Carol at in the rest of the MCU? Kevin Davis says that Avengers Doomsday trailer is just okay. Sad to say, audience criticism of certain projects. MCU is course correct to please majority of their fan base. White folks try to make money. that's I see that perspective. I hope it's not just that, and I hope there's more to it, in my opinion. Mike says, "Where's Storm, ninjas?" Yo, Mike, you talked to her. You met her at CinemaCon. I'm hoping she was throwing BS at you because she signed an NDA and she's probably in there. She's like, "Yo, I need a good haircut, and I want you to do it like, and I want to look like I just got out of the pages of the comics or out of the animated series." So, black character is going to get pushed to the back. I hope not. I really hope not. Especially with Sam. Like, Sam really needs to like be at the forefront of this film, in my opinion.
I think so.
Agreed, Kevin. They're gonna be saved for Secret Wars. She gave me a wink.
I mean, that's the thing to really think about with this movie. It's like, yeah, they're throwing a lot into this movie. What about the next one?
And her hands is up. Okay, Mike, shut up. You don't need, like fucking enough.
Yeah, no. What about the next movie? That's what you got to think about.
Yeah, again, that's also we don't want them showing everything yet because you want to have moments for this, and you got to save moments for a movie that comes out a year after this one.
I will say, man, I Well, I'll tell you one thing. If this one doesn't work, I definitely don't care about the next one. I'll say that much.
It's gonna be a long year if this one doesn't go all the way, in my opinion. People have been signing up for therapy and shit. Be like, yo, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Yeah,
what happened.
Man, it's gonna be an interesting few months for sure.
I can't wait for Nightcrawler 2. Wonder if he still fights Reed or if they change it up to be like, see, he didn't leak anything. I kind of want to see him like when I heard that concept, like, ooh, Pedro Pascal versus Alan Cummings, Reed Richards versus Kurt Wagner. I want to see that. I want to see that. That's just visually in my imagination, just going like, yo, that's cool. That's something to watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I think even Channing Tatum said he had a number of scenes with Simu Lee Shang-Chi, and that's a pair I would actually like to see too.
That's sweet. So I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream. All I'll say this going forward is that again, once we get through the Super Bowl, you got to, even though a lot of us want to see more Avengers stuff, like you gotta focus in on Spider-Man, and then as soon as we get clear towards Spider-Man, then you shift to Doomsday. And again, mind you, this month we're getting that new Wonder Man show, and this year in a few months we're gonna get Daredevil Born Again, and then in the summer we're getting X-Men 97
right around the time of Spider-Man. Yeah,
and then if the release dates haven't changed yet, we're supposed to be getting Vision Quest in the fall, so it's gonna be like a lot of shit they gotta market. And hopefully they do better about these leaks, because I don't want to keep experiencing this shit over and again. And again, I still have some trepidations going into it, but I am hopeful. And the Russos and McFeely, I think it's McFeely, right?
Marcus didn't come back. McFeely did.
They've earned benefit of the doubt. They've earned it, in my opinion. So I'll leave it at that. Boys, do you guys have any final thoughts on the teaser and what we want to see, what you want to see for the X-Men come December?
Go ahead, Drew.
I mean, I thought it was a good teaser, arguably great. I just want to see just some crazy imagery, just like some stuff I just been wanting to see as a kid. Like, it'd just be great to see Nightcrawler, bouncing through hallways. It'd be insane to see like Wolverine versus, I don't know, Spider-Man or Hulk or something. Particularly the Hulk. Stuff like that. Stuff that, like, when I was a kid, I thought would be impossible to see on the big screen. But the teaser is super solid, though. It's good. It's the first thing that's like made me happy.
Jake?
Kind of along those same lines. Like you said earlier, if this was all we got from the mutant side of things until the movie comes out, part of me would honestly fine, because I don't want to know everything going into it. But out of all three of the teasers we've got, the past two, they made me go, okay, I'm intrigued. I'm interested to see what this means. This looks promising. This one had me cheering at multiple points. So I was definitely happy for that. These are things that we never thought were possible when, we were kids. It's like, we never would have thought this was possible, yet here we are. And the fact that we're getting this at all, I think, is something that you really have to treasure, because honestly, I think a lot of entitled fans out there act way too spoiled when it comes to this stuff. And yeah, I'm hoping this brings everybody together like the past number of Avengers films have. And we've got about a year to go. It's crazy.
Beautiful. Jeremiah saying Doomsday will be better, just being honest. That might be the case, but I want a boxing fight, a friendly, competitive boxing fight that I wanted to go 15 rounds. I don't want a straight knockout.
Dune's winning. Dune's winning 1,000%.
I want a 15-round fight. I'm like, yo, go for it.
I mean, if if I'm being honest, like I don't really care if one's better than the other. If you like them both, then great, like them both.
Yeah. Boys, I want to give a shout out to Eric and Julia Lowen. What was it? Lowenwald? Is that her last
Wald,
name? Lowen.
the Wald,
Um,
yeah.
I want to give a shout out to everybody who worked on X-Men 97. I want to give a shout out to all the good folks who worked on a lot of those Fox movies with the X-Men. This again, the generational moment. It's a generational moment. And a lot of us can't fully put into words or sentences what seeing these shots make us feel and what they mean to a lot of us. But I'm glad it exists. I'm hoping that this stuff is real. If it's not, at least if it's not, if these shots aren't real, give me something better and stronger then. And I'll take that.
Yeah.
And I'll take that all the way.
It would suck if these weren't real, but because they look so good, but at the same time, I could get it if they're not.
Yeah. Harrison James says, much love, guys. Cheers for a wonderful stream as always. Thanks, Harrison. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Harrison.
Muchachos, thanks for taking the time to hang out with me. Please plug yourself. Let people know where they can find you and if you got anything working out right now. Let's start with Jake.
Okay. Yeah, like I said earlier, my reaction to the teaser is rendering right now, and for those of you guys who watch Party Nation, it should be up by the time that goes live. And the other stuff that I have going on, we're back with Lost Levels this coming Sunday. Meant to be this past Sunday, but yours truly got really sick, so I had to pull the plug. And other stuff, we have rankings, retro reviews, let's plays, just a bunch of superhero goodness, some bonus style videos for the new year. Going to be experimenting with a couple of different things, and whenever some X-Men related stuff happens, me and Ronan will probably get together and do something. If you guys want to hop over and just chill while we just game and shoot the shit for couple hours, just pop over here on Sundays at 7 Eastern.
Beautiful. Terrell?
Yeah, you can find me as it is on the screen, Terrell's Alexandria. That's like my my main hub on YouTube for most of my content. So you can just find me there.
Beautiful. You can find me at Ronan and Chain on YouTube and all the socials. My reactions out on the long form video, on shorts, on TikTok. So there's plenty of venues where you can see my reaction. But yeah, folks, stay with us, grow out the channel more in the next 12 months. There's plenty stuff, X-Men related, Marvel related, Star Wars related, Game of Thrones related that you'll see in the coming time. And again, take care. Have a good day. And to me, my X-Men. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.